What's up, guys? Real Casino for the Reboot here. You know, we've all played them, the rock bands, the guitar heroes, the DJ heroes. You know, I was a huge fan, just like everybody else, of these games when they first came out. But now, not so much. I don't play any of the games anymore. They're sitting on a shelf, not doing anything. All my plastic guitars, drums, mics, and equipment is just collecting dust in the corner of a room. And I really don't know what to do with the stuff. So this prompted me to do an episode on the whole video game music genre, where it started, where it's at now, and where it's headed in the future. So I decided to bring this topic up to a number of people in the industry. Let's go ahead and check it out.
Guitar games, rock bands, and DJs, peripherals for consoles, PCs, and portable devices, music tracks for just about any genre, downloadable content that's updated weekly. The video game music genre is here to stay, right?
I can't live without my radio. Radio push me because I couldn't survive without my radio.
Today, music games have changed the way we play video games. It's no longer about just sitting on your couch pressing buttons. These games make you use your voice, arms, legs, and most importantly, your ears to be successful. And even if you don't have an ounce of musical talent, these virtual guitars, drums, mics, pianos, and even turntables can make even the worst musician into the next DJ hero. Among the most popular music games out there is the Guitar Hero series. It's the game that many feel started this explosion of music games. Huang is co-creator of Guitar Hero. He says in the past, many developers were skeptical of the potential success of music games.
The music genre has really exploded over the last 4 years. When we first started with our first game in 2005, people actually told us there is no market for music games in the US. And we saw the great popularity of music games in Asia, and we thought, these games are so much fun, somebody's just got to do something a little bit different, use Western music, and that was really the genesis of Guitar Hero. And in the last 4 years, Guitar Hero has gone on to sell over 45 million units. It sold over $3 billion in sales, and what that means to me is that people love the fact that these games help them engage with the music.
When asked about the impact Guitar Hero and other music games have had on the industry, Huang says the genre has not only changed the gaming landscape, but the way we listen to music as well.
Games like Guitar Hero are all about creating an experience that they've never had, consuming the music. Thousands of years ago, people used to listen to music, sort of around a campfire, banging on rocks and sticks. A few hundred years ago, recorded music changed the way people consume music. 30 years ago, MTV sort of changed that again by adding another element to consuming music, which is visual. So now you can listen to it but watch it as well. And games like Guitar Hero add a third dimension, which is interactivity. So not only do you listen to it, you watch it, but you're interacting with it. And that's the reason I think music games have become so popular.
But there are other people in the video game industry who think major tweaks need to be made so that music games don't reach their peak too soon.
As all games, if you keep doing the same game every year and it doesn't change and it begins to replicate itself, it will get stale. Where Activision has been pretty clever about it is that they come out with distinctly different games. So every time they do a Guitar Hero, and then you've got Rock Band with Beatles. And just the packaging and the way that got brought to market, and that's how different is that to the Metallica sort of stuff that we'd been bashing out a year before. To be able to sit back, and I also think then you bring in a different audience. The Metallicas and all that was for us. It was for the youngies, and then the next ones come through. We've got the old man's looking at Beatles. I hate it when he sort of tries to stand up in the landfill and go, "Oh, I'll play the guitar." No, you won't. But I think it's really cool that it opens up the market. But they need to keep refreshing. But there's a lot of music out there to be able to do it.
Well, it's about content. It's about finding the music that you love, that resonates with you, and you're in a social environment. It's about being able to onboard that content quickly. It's about becoming a new discovery vehicle for music, which I think is an opportunity that is about to happen in a very meaningful way. And I think it's about social. It's really about bringing that experience from the console to the living room and then beyond.
And the lack of innovation can be a concern. However, there are a number of things game developers are doing to keep the genre fresh. For example, Rock Band 3 introduced a piano into their lineup of instruments, while Guitar Hero introduced a new storytelling element to its quest mode in its Warriors of Rock game.
Guitar Hero has been around for 4 years now. People obviously love the game, and it's always a challenge to keep the game fresh. But we have a lot of great new ideas. So as an example, Guitar Hero was great at, in some cases reintroducing people to the music that they love, great rock music, and in some cases for the younger generation who never listened to rock music, that introduced this music to them. Kids today weren't listening to Aerosmith and Metallica and AC/DC, right? But now they are. So, how do we take that and kind of expand on it? So DJ Hero is a great example of one of the directions where we're going. We love to take a different genre of music, hip hop and rap and electronica and dance music, wrap it around a really fun experience, and hopefully introduce that style of music to people who've never, played that before.
So will the music genre continue to innovate and stay relevant in the video game industry, or will it become stale and eventually become an afterthought?
It's all about being able to get in a room with your friends, have a great casual gaming experience around something that you love. And music always connects with people. People are passionate about music. It often defines people. So being able to bring that experience off the console into the living room, and have a good time is what the music genre is all about. I think it'll continue.
The whole rock band thing hasn't really found its entire position in terms of band performance. And, I think everyone's got this guitar thing happening beautiful. The drums are starting to come. We've got all the little karaoke, SingStar sort of games. Someone's going to crack it when all of this comes together, and you're going to have a 7-piece band on stage with 2 guitars and bands and microphones, and whoever does that's going to make a truckload of money.
How long will the genre of music games last? I think we're really just at the beginning of this curve. Music games have really, just recently been introduced in a very big way. I always say that music games will die when people's love for music dies. And, as far as I know, people still love music and they're going to be consuming music forever. There's going to be new artists, new music, new bands. And as long as we can continue to innovate and create really fun experiences around the music that people love, then this genre, I think will continue indefinitely.
I gotta admit, companies like Harmonix and Red Octane are taking steps to improve the genre, whether it's adding new equipment, downloadable content, etc. But I'm not sure if this will keep this whole genre alive for years to come, but I guess we'll have to see. Well, that's it for this episode of The Reboot. If you want more Reboot content, make sure to go to the blog. It's at www.rebootshow.tumblr.com. Of course, I'm on MySpace, YouTube, and Facebook, so if you want to add me as a friend there, feel free to do so. And if you want to play me online, I'm on Xbox Live and the PlayStation Network. I'm Rio Pacino for The Reboot, and I'll see you next time.